Hey, good morning from the chapel. It's Reset 21. We made it, right? We just finishing up 21 days of fasting and prayer, and the main focus has been to get our minds reset so that we're thinking the thoughts of God and that we're not divided and separated. I have to tell you, I had no idea until yesterday that, hey Jason, I had no idea until yesterday that this morning was going to be this beautiful, super blue blood moon, that the trifecta of creation was going to take place. And I was up early this morning watching the beauty of creation as it set over in the west, and I could see that wonderful thing that God has made for us. And I correlated that beauty with this kind of this ending of this 21-day fasting and prayer that we've been on. And if you've read this morning, hello guys, it's good to see all of you. Sheldon, Darren, Jason, just Cindy, hi. It's just good to see you. Didn't you just love, Lana? Didn't you just love the fact that this morning we're celebrating that as we lean into the things of God by prayer and fasting, contemplation, that we become aware of His presence, and that really we're to live in the knowledge and the awareness of the fullness and the presence of God. So at 6 o'clock this morning, I'm standing outside the chapel and I've got my cup of tea and I'm watching that beautiful moon. And I just was captured by God's goodness and His mercy and His grace, and that far too often we as sojourners, as people walking on this planet, we fail to be conscious of the beauty of God, the breath of God, the people that are in our lives. And I just am wanting to point out that as we just close this little 21-day fast, to look up into the sky and to be aware that God is everywhere around us. That moon this morning just, wow, just captured me. And I stopped and was worshiping in the cathedral of the outdoors and thanking God that even when I'm not thinking about it, He is always with me. Good morning, Michelle. Good morning, Sarah. So I just wanted to shout out to us that our faith is just really underscored by the world around us. That Paul said, if you look around, you can know God by just seeing everything He created. If you look across the table and look at the people you share life with, the beauty of those individuals will remind you of God's love and grace and mercy for you. So last 21 days I've been sharing with you some of the disciplines and the habits of my own life that help me to bring my mind under control and to allow God to speak to me in special ways. I hope it's been beneficial to you. I hope that some of those little habits in the little booklet are lasting and that they help you to continue to be aware of His presence. You know, the enemy's entire plan is to separate us from God. The enemy's entire plan is to get us to think more about ourselves than we think about Him. And Jesus came so that we could be reunited, so that we could be one again, so that the distance between us would be taken away, and that we would know that God lives in us and that He empowers us, that we're not going this alone, doing the best we can, but that Christ lives inside of us and that we live inside of Christ and that we're following after Him. And so I hope that this little 21-day exercise has been helpful to you. Share it with somebody else. I'm going to continue to lean into that. I come out in the chapel almost every day. If I'm home, I'm here in the chapel and I'm praying for you. I want you to join with me this morning. There's a special little boy and he needs our prayers. He needs a miracle with God. His name is Luke. And so throughout your day today, if you just whisper Luke's name and believe for a complete recovery of things in his body, just as a witness and a glory to the Lord, I'd really appreciate it. But I'm here almost every day praying for those that I know to pray for, and sharing maybe some little insight in how we can live in a real life of prayer, a real life of meditation. And I really do believe that Christ spoke more about prayer and healing than any other topics. And if we're not careful, we'll allow ourselves to be so caught up in the debates that divide us, and we won't stay focused on the Christ that unites us. And so prayer's that avenue that I believe keeps us in that unity with God. So I love you. If you missed that this morning, I'm just witnessing to you. God created the heavens and the earth, and they are full of His glory. And so go look at something in the beauty of nature and know that God gave it to you and that He's surrounding you all day today, that the people you're with are expressions of His love and His glory and His beauty. So in the presence of the Lord, there is fullness of joy. Encourage each other to live in His presence and know His joy. I love each one of you. Good morning. God bless. I'll post this in a minute, and it'll be up for you. If you have somebody you want me to pray for, just let me know. I promise you, I'll be praying for them the next few hours, and be holding them up for His presence and His touch. Again, don't take today for granted. Breathe in, breathe out. Give Him thanks and appreciation for all that He's doing, and know that He loves you and He's with you. So from my heart, from this little chapel, just have a wonderful day. Peace.
Hey, thanks for joining me for this video. If you liked it, would you just subscribe to it? I do several things, different topics all the time, and all you got to do is just subscribe to it and you'll be right in the loop. If you want more information, just jump over to my website, quentinmoore.com, and you can find more information there about other things that we're doing. So thanks for stopping by. Do it again. Blessings.